Hey there! So today I want to talk with you a bit about how it was for me when I was applying for jobs. I'm a UX designer, and when I was applying I found actually quite similarities in between the process of applying somewhere and UX design process. So maybe you can take away one or two things about it. I will try to make 3 separate videos. One where I explain now the procedure, like my process in applying. Second, where I'm going to show you a bit more in depth what were my thoughts behind when I did my portfolio, my online web portfolio. And third, I'm going to make a more in-depth tutorial about how I use Google Analytics and Hotjar. So I want to show you how you can use this for your advantage to better understand how people view your portfolio, view you, which projects they're looking at, and how you can learn from it to make a better application and finally land better jobs. So what's the UX process in the application procedure? Well, for me, like UX, for me a lot is about having an idea, building it, launching it, and then learn from it. So what's the idea? The idea is, okay, where do I want to apply? I want to apply at company XYZ for position XYZ. You're building your application documents, then you send them over to them. And finally, you learn. What you learn, do they invite me for an interview? Do they not? And if they don't hesitate to ask them about feedback, like if there's something you can improve. HR recruiters, you would be surprised that they are actually happy to sacrifice their own time to give you some feedback about this. Yeah, just write them an email. So that's also how it started for me. So at the very beginning, I was applying. I made my documents like the best as I thought they would be best at this point in time. I applied for a company. I had a really good feeling with them. I was on the phone with them before and they were really nice. And then finally they didn't take me. So this struck me like, whoa. So I approached them, which is not always easy, I admit. But that's also a crucial part of being a UX designer, is like having the courage to go and ask for feedback. Feedback sometimes can hurt because people might tell you things you don't really want to hear. But in the end, it will make you grow. It will make you grow actually as a human, like you emotionally grow within it, and it will make you better in your job. So I approached them and I was like, hey, that's really a pity that it didn't work out. Please, could you maybe give me some feedback on my documents, on my application? So they emailed me back and they said like, you seem to be a really nice guy, like you did some great projects, but like the formatting of your webpage is not awesome. And this struck me because it was so obvious. I mean, I'm applying for a web design UX job, and I sent them a portfolio which looks like not too convincing, I would say. So that's the thing, you get sometimes blind for your own stuff, and like you need sometimes a little push in the right direction to figure out to change heads and improve upon your own stuff. So I had to reassess my assumptions. I was like, the initial portfolio I sent them, my thoughts were like, hey, I'm gonna impress recruiters by self-programming my website. I thought that was my first assumption. Second assumptions, like the use of platforms like WordPress, Wix and Webflow is like viewed negatively. It's kind of lazy. I had to see that I was totally wrong about it. First, you're looking for a job for UX designer, not for a web programmer. And unless you're like super good with programming and you can do a better website through programming, then like you're competing with all these other people who sent a WordPress web page. And if those look better than yours, then you didn't do a good job in deciding on self-programming your website. I mean, this tells you, HR recruiter, you cannot properly assess your own skills. Might tell them, depends on HR recruiter. So HR recruiter, but like it's not a good decision making, I would say. In my case, it wasn't. In my case, I had to admit that, hey, actually it's smart to use those tools. It's a strength to show that you are able to use tools that serve you the best and bring you quicker to the end and achieve greater results in the end. In my whole portfolio, I trashed it and created a new one on Webflow. As said, I will do a separate video about this, on this whole procedure I did. And then the genius thing about having a web page, a web portfolio. I mean, in the past, imagine you send over your application on paper. Like the people are reading it or not, you have no idea what happens with them. Maybe they don't even look at it. How could you know? But with web page, think about it. You can actually start collecting data about how people use your web page. I mean, that's what everyone does. That's not like something extraordinary. Everyone does it. So take advantage of this. Not only that, through doing all of this stuff, demonstrate to people that you are able to make decisions based on data, and you're able to collect data. So here again, also I will do a separate video about how I use Google Analytics and Hotjar to improve my webpage and learn a bit more about how people use my webpage. And that's a thing in UX, like how my persona, my client, HR recruiter, who's maybe different than my mother looking at my portfolio, how they use my website and learn more about them to tailor my portfolio better towards their this specific type of user. So I did a new webpage. I created it from scratch. I built it. Obviously, you don't have an infinite amount of time to make the perfect webpage. So you have to make decisions in terms of, because companies are not waiting for you to finish your portfolio to post awesome jobs. You're gonna find awesome jobs while doing your portfolio. And maybe it's wise to still continue applying. Don't hesitate to send it to friends also, or family members. Like I gathered a lot of helpful insights from family members who really took their time sitting down reviewing my portfolio, which was totally amazing. But you as a UX designer, it's your job actually to filter out in your mind what is the important feedback and what is maybe the not so important feedback, or you can neglect. So even asking your mother will help you in the end if you are capable in filtering out the important things. Yeah. So see you in the other videos.